Good evening and welcome to Rinkside with Red Hockey. Tonight the Telford Tigers take on the Milton Keynes Lightning, who've been playing on form at the moment, as has Tigers man Rick Plant. A few moments ago I had a word with him. So how are you finding playing centre? It's been a few years, hasn't it?
Well, I moved away from centre last night again, but played a few games there because we had, a few injuries and things like that. So it's a little bit tricky to get used to at first, but I think I handled myself all right there. I'm not going to say it was great, but I try to do the job that Tom gives me for the team.
And you clocked up a couple of goals, one last night, the one the week before. It's going quite well for you.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start to the season for me personally, as well as the team. We weren't getting on the score sheet as much as we wanted to. But, to get those first couple gives you that bit of confidence. So hopefully I can keep that going.
Well, let's see what happens tonight. Thanks, Ricky.
No problem.
Tonight the Telford Tigers take on Milton Keynes Lightning. The Tigers have been on form recently, winning their last couple of games, but as of Milton Keynes with a whopping scoreline last night.
Absolutely right. The Tigers seem to have found their stride again. I think there's been a little bit of a tactical positional change from Tom Watkins, and we've seen a couple of wins on the board, which is pleasing the 800 or so people that are coming here. But yeah, Milton Keynes 11-0, cracking.
And looking at the Tigers as well, they've had a couple of injuries. It appears that things are getting back to normal. Danny Davis is back on regular shifts. Rick Plant was saying to me a little earlier on he's now playing back on the wing again. So hopefully things can click for the Tigers and we should be in for a good game tonight.
Well, that's it. It's got to settle down once the guys are back in the squad. We've got one to go, as we know, still out recovering from his operation. But yeah, Tom needs that consistency there, and we're starting to see it take shape now.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at the first period action. And now, the MK Lightning wearing white and blue line up against the Tigers, tonight wearing black and orange. The Telford Tigers take on MK Lightning. Referee Thompson drops the puck, and the game's underway. Milton Keynes win the draw. Back D to D from Farn to Griffin. It comes up the right wing to Cowney, but goes round the boards, and Thomas Murdy skates out, stops the puck.
And that's Tartanen again, working the puck well. Tartanen, Jarolin forechecking. Farn gets it on the point.
And Farn had just stopped the clearance from Martin Andre, trapped it and sent it back down low. The puck's in the corner at the moment. Martin Andre forcing the play around the boards.
MK
comes up to the high slot. Farn
shot.
Shoots, and it was a pad save, and the puck's come loose. Griffin driving down left side. Emmersick holding up in the slot. Gets the puck, but a deflection from Babrea. It goes into the corner.
And now we've got a 3-on-1.
Zarbo to Babrea. Back to Zarbo. Carries it in, and the net's off.
Oh, no. Why is the net off?
I think as the netminder came back, he slid back towards the goal, almost in the splits position, and his left leg took the goal off.
Every time I big up the Tigers, they get scored against. So Milton Keynes are playing brilliantly.
I like your school of thinking. Now,
tactic,
Silverthorne gets the puck, gets it across to Salem. It banks off the board. Salem's
got it. 1-on-1. Oh, and he hit the crossbar.
He put it up in the top shelf, and it deflected off the pipe, working dumps down. And he had the netminder well and truly beaten, but it did panic Milton Keynes as they dumped the puck down for icing. So now Telford can take a line change. They've got an end zone face-off, and of course Milton Keynes can't change lines because of icing the puck. Zarbo tries to get it through to Hill. Hill puts it up to Babrea. Babrea puts it down low to Zarbo at the back of the net. Telford on the power play. 1:45 with the man advantage. Hill's in front of the netminder, screening him off. Milton Keynes are letting him stand there as they pass the puck round. Comes up to the high slot to Zajac. Back down to Zarbo. Comes in from the top of the circle. Ooh. Shoots from the face-off dot.
He dummied a shot and let the second one go away.
Babrea put it back round the boards. Hill from Zarbo. Through to Silverthorne, to Zarbo in the corner.
This is frustrating because the line is setting up brilliantly, but they're not getting anywhere near finishing.
As soon as they look like they're about to shoot, Milton Keynes just appear from nowhere. Shot walked in, second attempt. This time comes from Silverthorne. The puck's behind the net. Zajac in front, and it was Peter Zarbo that had the puck behind the net. Passed it out to Zajac, who came from the high slot down low. He was pretty much on the back post. The pass comes through from Zarbo, and he puts it home in the left-hand corner to put the first goal of the night for number 4, Sammy Zajac, assisted by 10, Peter Zarbo, timed at 17 minutes and 49 seconds. Cowney
dumps it into the corner.
Puts it across corner to corner. Zajac fakes and turns up ice. And he sent the Milton Keynes forecheck around the back of the net. Just stopped and came out the other side. Silverthorne, Salem. Novak's in front. Silverthorne's pushing and shoving. But then the net ends up off. I think it was the Milton Keynes defenseman. Zajac again off the boards.
Now they've cleared the end. That's what they were guilty of not doing in the past, and they're doing it hard enough to clear their own zone now.
15 seconds on the period. Zabo just got in the way of a D2D pass, deflected the puck, and then
Babrea stopped the clearance.
Zabo.
He's got 10
He's
seconds.
got the puck on the corner.
But it's picked up again by Tartanen.
Now comes through. And that's the buzzer of the end.
Now let's watch.
At the end of the first period, it's Telford Tigers 1, Milton Keynes 0. So that was quite a nail-biting first period. Milton Keynes came out definitely in control of the game. After about sort of 5 or 6 minutes, Telford seemed to be much more flowing, and then they got that all-important first goal with less than 3 minutes to go.
I think what we've seen there, we've seen a bit of everything. We've seen some extremely classy play and passing from Milton Keynes. We've seen some awful stuff from the Tigers early on, and as you say, it switched round. The Tigers, on their second power play, took the full advantage and scored a cracking goal to take a 1-0 lead.
You can see why Milton Keynes have been on that roll and have got that goal scoring with the system that they're playing. But it's good to say that the work rate of the Telford Tigers made all the difference. And that second power play, the work of the players to get control of the puck, to pass it around, and then to create that space for Peter Zabo to pass it up to Sam Zajac with a corking goal.
It was a cracking goal, you know, there was a space there, and as we said during the commentary, Sam got the puck. He could have shot it straight away, but he hesitated or held himself up a little bit, picked the spot and put it there. But it's been very, very impressive. Telford are very good at setting this power play up, and now they're starting to convert them more, which is what we need to see.
Let's hope we can keep the momentum going as we take a look at the second period action. Emmersick and Silverthorne line up for the face-off as Thompson drops the puck on the second period with the Tigers 1 goal up. Milton Keynes win the draw. Back D to D. Farn steps up on the blue line, passes it forward to Hook, who dumps it cross ice. Milton Keynes carry the puck out. Drive in front of their own bench, down into the corner. Babrea
Jarolin
holds up Jarolin. Goes around the boards into the corner. Clements shoots an ice on and puts it in the left-hand corner. Beat Thomas Murdy to fire it home in the top left-hand corner. It was waving through the air into the top corner of the goal, and on 1 minute 24 seconds of the second period, so 21-24, Milton Keynes bring themselves back in the game with a shot from the point into the top corner. Plant carries it round. He's up to the point.
Maynard shot along the ice.
Wrist shot, and Max Babrea comes in front of the slot to try and tip it in, and comes up with a brilliant hit on Hook.
Who's holding his head. He's all right though, he's fine, he's carrying on, and he's carrying the puck out of the end.
He shook his head and now he's in possession, and Babrea comes across again.
That was a huge hit from Babrea.
Yeah.
You know, he's got this big shot, he's got an equally big hit as well.
He has, very strong on his feet. And the backhand comes across, and you saw the empty net, and luckily for Telford, the defenseman prevented Milton Keynes getting anywhere near the puck, but Thomas Murdy slid across the net. I could see the puck in the empty net, but luckily no Milton Keynes passes were able to connect.
Is he going for the
shot? He passes it over the stick of Farn, and the puck bounces on the backhand, and both players are back out of the penalty box to 5-on-5. Zabo gets a touch on the puck. Graham puts it cross ice, and that was a weak pass because Hook now throws it into the end zone, but Griffin skates in after the puck, but Milton Keynes were taking a line change, so were unable to make the most of that attacking play. Silverthorne headmounted to Salem, and he puts it in the top right-hand shelf. It was Silverthorne that got the puck, found the stretch pass to Nathan Salem, who came off the bench, took the pass on the blue line, carries it on a 1-on-0, delays, puts it on his forehand into the top right-hand corner for the second goal of the night for the Telford Tigers on 28 minutes and 19 seconds. Nathan Salem, the scorer, from the pass from captain Jason Silverthorne. Milton Keynes now trying to carry it out, but back checking from Miller and Davis.
Being hounded, and he's hanging onto it, and he's carried it into the
three Telford players, and then Miller headmans to Babrea. Babrea pulls wide to the right, backhands it down to Davis. Miller tried to pluck it out of the air, caught it with the shaft of his stick, and it went into the boards.
Davis could have headed that better than he could have shot it.
Absolutely.
What's the matter? Oh. What's the matter
Now
with
the puck
Bryan,
drops to
big shot?
Silverthorne.
Oh, my word!
And he shoots. The puck was tipped over the top of the net. It dropped to Silverthorne, and then he shot it, and it went wide and high. But now Max Babrea tries to get a shot turned around, and Telford.
It's relentless from Telford.
Absolutely.
Silverthorne behind the Milton
Chamberlain
Keynes net.
just trying to carry the puck out, and Telford aren't having any
And
of it.
now they've cleared it.
Danny Rose, great pass forward to Davies, and look at that hold! Look at that hold!
He's got the call. He's put his whistle in his mouth, and he's sending
He's
them
taking them
both.
both.
Now that was clear. Let me just explain that. That was clear. Who's the MK guy?
Christie.
Cowney.
Christie.
He was clearly holding Joe Miller.
Yeah. What?
Inside in the offside position, and Miller was just trying to get up. And
Do you remember that old tactic of pushing the player over the blue line to make them offside?
Yeah.
And as Miller tried to skate around, he literally put his arm.
rugby tackle.
Yeah, he put both arms around his leg like a kid with the mum in the shops where they don't want to do the shopping, and tried to drag him back. We'll be back with more ice hockey action straight after the break. Welcome back to the Telford Tigers versus Milton Keynes Lightning. This is Rinkside with red hockey. Right, puck comes off the boards. Hill tries to battle it forward, and it's bouncing around like a pinball in front of Milton Keynes' bench. Puts it off the boards. Picked up by Sam Zajac. Long pass goes through to Novak, drives forward to the net, pulls inside, carries it round, beats the netminder, and there's an empty net, and he gets it forward, and he passes forward to Dan Scott, but Dan overskated the puck, and Novak brilliantly skates the puck out of reach and takes it round the back of the net. The netminder went with him, it was an empty net, and then he couldn't make the pass count. Novak again, on the backhand to the back,
off the line,
and he backhands it through to the empty net, and the Milton Keynes stick came down, and the puck tipped up into the corner, and literally two empty net attempts, and Milton Keynes by the skin of their stick.
There's a delayed penalty being called here.
As a penalty for boarding.
That last Zajac effort was actually on the line. How on earth that didn't go in, I don't know.
He backhanded it forward, and a Milton Keynes defenseman's stick came down, the puck deflected off that. The rebound comes down to Plant off Skins' pads, out to Martin Andre, fires it home, the puck's bouncing around, it was off Milton Keynes to the shoulder of the netminder, and from Dean Kins' shoulder, it dropped down in front of the boot hire area of Telford Ice Rink, away from the net.
Griffin was actually on the ice playing a netminder's role there, stood behind his goalkeeper. The Tigers are playing full of confidence.
Zabo up to the point, Babrea winds up and shoots, rebounds down,
just cleared.
Once again, Skins is crippled up. He made the save, the puck came out, and I thought that was going to be a goal.
He's hurting there.
But the referee blew it down because it looked like Skins was really hurt. Jameson takes it right back behind his own net, banks it off the boards. Miller's there on the blue line, shoots, and it just goes to the right of the net as the buzzer goes for the end of the second period. Telford Tigers 2, Milton Keynes 1, a 1-1 period. So that second period was a fantastic period of hockey. Once again, Milton Keynes started, first 5 minutes, owned the period, and then the next 15 was all Telford's.
It's exactly right. It's as you say, they owned the first 5 minutes, but then something happened, and as we were commentating, I said, well, look, they're losing the puck, they can't make the passes, they were losing possession, and more importantly, they were giving passes away in their own end, and that has been the difference this period. Telford have picked up, they've seen the mistakes coming, and they've capitalised on it.
Absolutely, and the intensity from Telford, I mean, you have to hand it to Dean Skins and the Milton Keynes defensemen. They must have picked 3 or 4 pucks off that goal line.
Exactly, and Dean Skins was looking hurt at the end of that period. He skated off very, very slowly. But relentless from Telford. They just were not giving up. They're seeing a weakness and they're picking on it, and that's what you have to do in ice hockey. Absolutely,
and it's nice to see the momentum and the control of the game in Telford's direction.
It's nice to see for a change, because too many times we sit here and we say, Telford's heads have gone. Their heads haven't gone in this game so far. They've kept them high and they've owned that game. They've owned that period.
When they conceded that goal, they were straight back at it and did what they needed to do.
It was a perfect regroup. That is the time when heads will go down. When you concede, they did the exact opposite. They kept their heads up and they fought back.
Let's hope they can keep the momentum going as we take a look at the third period action. So So as we set up for the third period, referee Matt Thompson signals to the goal judges to check they're ready, and Silverthorne and Emersick line up for the face-off. As Thompson raises his hands, looks across at the bench, and in goes the puck for the third period action. Milton Keynes win it. D-to-D pass. Griffin sends it across to his teammate. Plant comes in and forechecks, puts the puck down into the corner. Salem comes after it and finishes his hit in the corner. Graham in the high slot. Salem floating around waiting for the puck, steps into the slot, walks in, shoots and wide to the right, and we're seeing the same players available in the same positions at the same time as Sam Zajac goes back, picks up the puck behind the net.
Proper stereo commentary now.
It picks it up. The puck's bouncing around.
He's won it back.
Miller and Szabo both get to the puck.
That's excellent play, excellent short-handed play by the Tigers.
Back to Dan Scott, to Zajac, who takes a line change. Szabo goes through the middle, gives it to Miller, passes through, and a fantastic shot from Peter Szabo, just goes wide to the left of the post, but Miller and Szabo playing beautifully together, passing the puck around.
I'd imagine they'll both go and lie
creating
down for
a great shooting opportunity, and that chemistry between those two was textbook.
It was wonderful to watch, short-handed.
Telford dumped the puck down. A lot of conversation going on. And this is what we've been missing in previous games. They're talking to each other, telling them where they want it, telling them what they want to play.
They're also talking about attacking when they're short-handed as well. So that's the confidence level. They've got to be careful they don't get caught out, though. 47 seconds remaining on the penalty.
Shot comes to Hill.
And it's gone in!
And it hit Skins and bounced over him. And Skins is injured as well. He's crunched up in the puck. Now, the rule book states if the puck hits you, where the puck ends up is where the stoppage is. So because it hit him, nobody else touched it. It went in the back of the net. It was a rip-roaring shot from Hill. It won't go for icing because it was deflected to the Tigers' side of the halfway line. The puck's in the corner. They're trying to dig it out. Switching from side to side.
Salem in the high slot. Just
Szabo in the corner with the puck. Martin Andre in the high slot. Novak just in front of the net. Pushes down. Martin Andre steps down. Joe Graham switches sides just to make sure Tigers aren't vulnerable at the back.
It's all
8 minutes and 30 seconds to play.
It's all behind the Milton Keynes net at the moment. The Tigers are not allowing possession to Milton Keynes.
Shot comes off. Walking Graham shoots. It deflected from the pad of Skins. Comes across, second attempt, and Milton Keynes defenseman just pushes it out of the way. Novak gets a little bit of a cross-check from Farn as he comes in to stop the Tigers players. Chamberlain comes through, crosses the blue line, goes packs to shot. Pad save from Murdy, but doesn't hang on to the rebound. The puck drops to the referee's feet. Szabo gets tied up with it. Goes out and hits him again. Milton Keynes gets to it, and the crowd are chirping towards the referee, but to be honest, he had nowhere to go. Szabo drives the right side, passes through to Novak, and it bobbles over his stick a little bit.
He got the touch, but it went wide.
He gestured it towards the goal, and it went just to the right of the post. Davis picks up the puck from the boards, headmans it to Miller. Miller passes to the right side to Babrea. He cuts in, waits, delays to Miller. Miller walks in, shoots, and a save from Dean Skins.
And he didn't know where that was because he looked behind him after the save.
I think it was trapped between his leg pads, and he looked behind him to make sure it wasn't in the back of the net and made it all the way through the 5-hole. But luckily for him, he did trap it between his leg pads to make the save. Russell isn't looking across towards Skins, but Milton Keynes have called a 30-second timeout.
And he's getting his board out. So
as
it really will be a miracle on ice now if he can pull 2 goals back at this time. He's gone. Skins has
Milton
gone.
Keynes go out with 6 skaters. Jameson in the high slot. On the other point, you've got Lumilar. Puck drops. Telford win it, trying to clear it out, and the puck's gone. Max Babrea skates on, looking for the empty net, tries to backhand it in front. Miller's there, the stick lift goes out to neutralise, and now Milton Keynes dump it in. Jarrell skates in after it. Thomas Murdy delays it. Zajac clears it out. Larimar skates after it, but Joe Miller is putting the pressure on him. Jarrell turns in front of his bench, passes it up ice. Milton Keynes to the blue line, backhand down. Thomas Murdy skates behind the net. 15 seconds remaining in the game. Milton Keynes keep it deep, put it in front. Thomas Murdy deflects from his stick up into the glass. Max Babrea feeds it forward. Joe Miller skates onto the puck, and he's not in front, but he's got the puck. He gives it forward to Zajac.
That was an awful pass.
Milton
That was absolutely awful.
Gives it to Geraldine, and at the end of the game, it's the Telford Tigers 3, Milton Keynes Lightning 1, and you see the celebration on a couple of the Tigers' faces as the horn goes.
Miller had the ideal opportunity. They could have scored that empty net, and he just gave an absolutely weak pass away. They could have taken another goal there. Awful pass from Miller, but I think he was running on empty as he was going for that puck, so he was probably on his last legs. But what a performance from the Tigers. Have stepped up to the mark here.
That's the kind of hockey that we've wanted to see here in Telford all season, and tonight's fans were treated to a fantastic game, not just by the Telford Tigers, but a great performance by Milton Keynes as well.
Milton Keynes never gave up, and Milton Keynes, I mean, they've played fantastic hockey. They've brought the better out of Telford tonight. They've brought the goodness, the good plays out of them.
Must be pleased with tonight's performance.
Yeah, I thought we were exceptional. I think that was the best we've played all season. To shut down a very good team like MK was very good. 42 to 16 shots, I believe. Our special teams were very good. I thought the atmosphere in the rink tonight was fun to play, and I think that passed over to the players. It was an enjoyable game, and you could see the guys upbeat, and I thought our work ethic was incredible.
And there were some fantastic finishes as well, both from Nathan and from Sam.
Well, Nathan actually owes me a goal because I told him before the weekend I wanted 4 and he only got 3, so he's let me down a little bit. No, he was very good all weekend. It's good to have him in the lineup. He adds that little offensive threat. He's quick, but everybody chipping in. You know, it was the same last night. A different set of scoring through the team yesterday, and we need that. We need the secondary scoring. We need the primary scoring. Silver runs a good face-off on a short-handed goal for Phil Hill. Just a one draw and a good shot to the net. I thought we peppered Dean Skins. He looked like he was struggling at times, and I thought we kept putting pucks in the right areas, which is part of the key.
Well, congratulations on tonight's game, and Sheffield next Sunday.
Yeah, it's tough. We don't play on Saturday, so we've got to find a way of getting our legs moving early in that. And it's always been a battle against Sheffield in here, so I'm sure it'll be another fun one.
Well, I think you'll agree that has been the type of game that Tigers fans have been longing for this season, as the Telford Tigers convincingly won against Milton Keynes 3-1. Now, there's no game next Saturday, but the next home game will be on Sunday when the Telford Tigers take on Sheffield Steel Dogs here at the Telford Ice Rink. If you want to get tickets in advance, go online to www.tigershockeyuk.com. This is Rinkside with Red Hockey.